Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the last section here.
Okay, yeah. So we wanted to take a question. So we have a question from LinkedIn.
From
This is
Stuart Balcombe.
oh yeah, yeah. He posts some great content actually. Around like outbound, but the question is, at what point do you think an actual ABM tool is worthwhile versus just using your CRM? I think this was in like a comment based on talking about a lot of companies aren't ready for ABM unless they put in like the work architecturally. Um, for me, I feel like you can go pretty long not using an ABM tool. I mean, you think about an ABM platform these days, it kind of just depends on like what your strategy is and what your goals are. They do a lot. They say that they do intent. They'll help you run your ads. Um, I mean, those are like the
Acquire data,
acquire
contact
data,
data,
contact data. But a lot of companies have tools
track the
that
funnel.
that can do this. I also am not sold on third-party intent data. We talked about it before. We even have clients who will try and start account funnels just purely based on third-party intent, and the conversion rate is dismal. So I would say the better thing to do is focus on your account architecture in your system, really like how accounts are structured, what context you have underneath them. Are you able to see what white space you have? Are you tracking your buying teams underneath those accounts? Who owns them? What's the rules of roles and responsibilities? All that, and then maybe think about doing kind of account stages on your accounts, um, and lead to account mention. All that architecture is key, and then you can do a lot of the other things that the platforms do, just with the tools that you might have. So if you want to go and acquire contacts, you can use Zoom Info, or you can actually go out to like Clay, run a table, try and find the right people, even do email verification all in one table, which is great. Send that back to your system. So these days, I like this concept of a not a one ABM platform. I think it's like, I'm forgetting the exact name, but you can buy like point solution for ABM and piece those together, and that is what I think might be a bit better. Also, you're not going to pay this like 200K fee per year for a platform when you can do a lot first to start on your own. And then all the other like ads and stuff. If you want to just pull your target accounts, they'll easily let you be able to put the into your criteria. And so yeah, so that's kind of my opinion. I don't know if you have any others.
100% agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think these days actually you might not even need an ABM platform at all. Um,
Yeah. I see it as, well, first off, I would probably argue 99% of people that have bought an ABM platform bought it too early.
Way too
They
early,
either
yeah.
bought it before they had a strategy,
Yeah.
they either bought it before their core foundation and data was ready,
Hmm.
they bought it before their team was ready. Like, there's a whole host of reasons why it'd be too early. The first one, you need a strategy around ABM.
Hmm.
The second one, though, I want to harp on this a bit more because you're only as good as your data. Like, and unfortunately, the quote unquote boring stuff like really matters. So I know
It
what
does.
one client, we wanted to do some ABM work, but they were smart. They were like, they realized that their account data was a complete disaster.
Hmm.
And if your account data is a complete disaster, they have duplicate accounts. You have like some contacts from the same account, well, they should be in the same account in different accounts. You have account hierarchy weirdness. You have all this stuff going on. Um, Add on an ABM tool. Is that going to work? Is this
Yeah.
going to work? No, it's going to. Your team's still going to be working in chaos, trying to leverage maybe the data the ABM tool is giving them or whatever. But it's not going to work because you skipped over the quote unquote boring phase of just like fixing your data, getting your shit in order. Then maybe you can consider buying an ABM tool.
Yep.
But the problem is, if you come up with a strategy, you fix your data, you really think through how to kind of architect the process in your CRM. Once you get through all that process, you might find you probably realize, actually, I don't need an ABM tool anymore.
Yeah.
Or because actually things are working okay. Or if you do, and you buy it, Now it's going to supercharge maybe some of the things that you've got,
Yeah.
and you're actually going to be able to get the ROI off that huge line item because it ain't cheap.
Yeah. Or you're going to just figure out what tools help me with the parts of my strategy. Because when we think about it, it's like, it's just how is it trying to power what you're trying to do from like an ABM play and so forth. So then the tools are there and then it could be cheaper. And so, yeah, totally agree. So that's it. I mean, when is it or when do you start investing? Maybe never. But when do you need to start investing in account architecture? Try and do it early before it becomes a SHIT show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good rule of thumb is before you buy some sexy, fun tool, really be honest with yourself. Have you done the grunt work, the boring work up front before you can layer on that tool, right?
Yeah. Don't put lipstick on a pig, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And if you've got any concerns, pause on the big purchase, go get your house in order, go get a strategy, figure that out, and then you can get a tool.
Yep.
Super, I don't know if we can make it clearer than that.
No.
The problem is, everyone, especially in the 2021, 2020 kind of crazy cash era, everyone bought an ABM tool, and I probably have a few sales calls a week where people say, "We've got this ABM tool. I'm not going to call out the names. Everyone knows who they are. I don't know who owns it. I don't know what we're doing with it, but we've got it. Like, can you maybe help us figure it out?" And it's like, and I'm just like, okay, another one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Alrighty. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. We dove into a lot. And yeah, it was super fun. If you have any questions on the custom object, definitely feel free to put in a comment or reach out to us on our website. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Share with a friend, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Right.